He never came home from World War II, but his family is getting to know him through words that he wrote long before text and email.
This Veterans Day, we're highlighting a New Mexico veteran and the legacy he leaves behind. News 13's Annalisa Pardo has his story.
There's a lot we can learn from our elders. A saying that rings true for Julie Hester and her grandfather, John Ray McCorkle.
He had a lot to say about things he was doing, things that he felt, and his philosophies on life.
Born into poverty in the Sacramento Mountains, at 16 years old, he was determined to go to school.
He and his twin brother put their belongings in a pillowcase and left home. They moved to Las Cruces because Las Cruces had a high school and a college, and they worked as lumberjacks in the summer to pay for their room and board so they could go to high school and college.
McCorkle was in ROTC at then New Mexico A&M, staying to serve in the reserves. In 1941, McCorkle was deployed to the Philippines as global tensions grew, eventually becoming a captain.
It shows that no matter where you start, if you are determined, you can make something out of your life.
It's just one of the things she's learned from her grandfather, even though they've actually never met.
But I felt like I was getting to know him.
All through words written years ago that Hester discovered in her father's home in 2020.
And I found the pile of letters that my grandfather had written home to my grandmother while he was stationed in the Philippines.
Writing to his dearest Nellie, nearly 8,000 miles away, at home in Hatch, New Mexico.
I've now been gone only 40 days. That looks pretty small compared to 700, so I guess I'll stay here a little longer. Funny how people don't appreciate what they've got until they haven't got it anymore.
His letters highlight what the soldiers did for fun, calling one area the Ruidosa of the Philippines, and asking how the family is doing at home if they've driven out to the Rio, giving an intimate window into the past.
I'm lonesome terribly much so, and I'd give most anything if this thing could be settled so I could come home.
Showing a soldier's sacrifice.
He's very open about his feelings and his thoughts and how it impacts him to be there. And I could imagine that those feelings are probably shared by a lot of our other, servicemen and women when they're away from their families, wherever they are, even today. We hear about battles and things like that, but there's that day-to-day sacrifice that all of these families make when they're serving overseas.
McCorkle thought he'd be in the Philippines for 2 years.
I think I can take it and come back to you so you can be proud of me. But I do want to feel that you will be proud of me.
But he never came home.
He sent a radiogram on December the 20th, knowing that she was worried about him. And he said to her, "I am okay, keep your chin up." And then that's the last that she heard from him.
It wouldn't be until months later Nellie would learn what happened to her beloved Ray. His death on the front page of the Las Cruces Sun in February of 1942. He'd been bombed shortly after Pearl Harbor. Today, McCorkle's twin brother is buried in the Santa Fe National Cemetery, and the family has submitted DNA hoping McCorkle's remains will be identified.
I think it would just be so meaningful to have him come back home to New Mexico and be buried in New Mexico where his other relatives are and really just complete that journey.
A journey Hester has documented, preserving each of her grandfather's letters in this book. On each page, his words of wisdom and of war living on.
But I do want to be able to always say, I did my duty as I saw it.
In bringing her Grandpa Ray to life.
Good night, and I'll go crawl in my bed all alone. Wish you were here or I was there.
Annalisa Pardo, KRQE News 13.
The VFW Post 3242 in Las Cruces is now named after Ray McCorkle. McCorkle received a Purple Heart.